Hey everyone, it's Spicy Sushi, and welcome to the third episode of the Invested series. Now, the purpose of the series, as of episode 2, is to show the loot and profit breakdown of various bulk boss farms to not only show how much money I made at this specific point in the current league, which is 3.15 Expedition, but also to show what I would have made and compare what I made now to if I had done it week 1 of the league. In this case, it was end of week 1 prices that I decided to compare the data to show you guys what it would have been like if you had decided to do this early league. I really do enjoy spending my currency at the end of the league on something like this because even though I know it probably was not going to be good profit, if profit at all, at this point, but since I can't usually invest this much into a bulk boss farm early league, obviously, it feels like a pretty useful way to use my money. And I'm hoping that it is some good content for you guys, provide some helpful data for people since I'm not only tracking every single unique that drops, but also any valuable bases that would be good to get week 1. Now, the data is drawn from PoE Ninja and PoE Reliquary, mainly is where I get my week 1 prices. And so, yeah, and they do have ways to track base price, like rare bases, as well as all the uniques. Uber Elder is actually very, very, very good week 1. With all 3 Uncharted Realms passives, you will get a lot of item level 86 bases from the small travel nodes, and you'll also receive a roughly 33% drop chance on Watcher's Eye, which provides very significant income, whether you decide to sell it unID'd or identify it for a massive gain early. I did go ahead and go back to Aura Stacker for this challenge. It's literally only for the quality of life because the build is just very AFK, and I just couldn't really imagine doing 200 plus Uber Elders with any other build at this point. Maybe a Necromancer, but we just decided to go with Aura Stacker since my friend has a very, very juiced up one that he let me borrow for this small project. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the loot tabs and the data breakdown. Hey everyone, it's Spicy Sushi. So let's go ahead and get into the loot from this 2-day adventure. So we have our, this is all going to be in the spreadsheet by the way, so I'm not going to go over like the numbers and stuff here, but we have our Disintegrators, our Void Forges, Indigons, our Eternity Shroud. I think it's pretty cool when you actually stack things up. It actually forms like a nebula. That's kind of off topic, but these are not all of the Void Fletchers. We actually got 30 total, but my friend had some space in his stash and I did not at the time. And so I handed them over to him. But we go to tab 2. It's about, I think, 66 Mark of the Shapers, and then which is looking very pretty as well. And about 60 Mark of the Elder. And if we hop over here, we do have our unidentified 86, all item level 86 Watcher's Eyes, which currently sell for about 6 Exalts each, but I'm going to be identifying every single one of these, and I'm also going to be double corrupting all of the Void Fletchers, the 30 that are missing, on stream, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I did decide to keep expensive bases that probably won't really be selling at this point in the league, but they're going to be included in the data. Like I said in the beginning, the point of this video is actually to show you what it would have been like if I had done this early league, to give you maybe a rough idea of what you could expect if you did this early league. Oh yeah, there's also the Gulf, which can drop. And so that's why I collected these here. Now there are some junk tabs of bases. I went through PoE Ninja, I'll go over that in a minute, but I went through and looked up historical prices for most of these bases and found that a lot of them were pretty trash, but I did keep a rough count of how many were at least worth about 10 chaos, like item level. They all drop item level 86 from Uber Elder, so these are 86 spike point quivers that go for about 10 chaos on all of the data that I'm going to show from the beginning of the league is going to be August 1st, because that's kind of a more realistic area where someone could possibly be farming Uber Elder. Obviously earlier, but the sets are not really sustainable until around over a week into the league. So yeah, these are basically loot tabs, but let's get into the important part, which is going to be the data. So our investment was about 340 chaos per Uber Elder set. I actually paid more because I paid a trader to get it for me, because for me, it's not about making the money, and you're going to see why. I don't really care about the money, but it's more just providing the data, making the video, making things as quick as possible for myself. So we got 210, 71,000 chaos for a total of 420 exalts investment. Now, here is everything I decided to track on here in this. This is this league. Not this league, this point in the league data. So all of these prices are ripped from right now as I'm recording this video. These are the prices of these items. So here are the expensive bases, and here are the uniques right here, and then the golf card. Basically, pretty much everything is pretty worthless besides a couple of bases. Some of these don't even actually sell much at all. But the bone helmets do still, obviously. Bone helmets are extremely popular still for crafting. But yeah, the reason I picked up all of these uniques, you may be wondering, why did you pick up 3 chaos uniques? Well, that's because so I could have an accurate representation for early league data. But anyway, so yeah, our total exalt investment 420, our total payoff 444. So yeah, we made 24.4 exalts profit over 210 Uber Elders, even if we sell these un-ID'd. A lot of people said there's no way I don't make profit. If you did not know, it is it is a 33 roughly % chance to get an un-ID watcher from each Uber Elder kill. So we did get to a little bit under 3% of the drop rate. So yeah, unfortunate there, but not too bad. I guess it's 1.6% roughly under the drop rate. So even with that, you would hope to get a lot more profit than this, but that was not the case. We spent about 16 hours. I don't need to calculate the profit per hour here. Definitely not worth doing Uber Elder at this point in the league. But anyway, let's get to the important stuff. So if we go down here, we have our August 1st data. Now, I have converted everything to chaos and converted everything to exalts from August 1st exalt prices, which was 92 chaos per exalt. So our cost for each set, if we did this on August 1st, would be roughly 97 chaos each. Obviously, this is like the Maven video, this is a very theoretical situation because there may not be 210 Uber Elder sets even possible to do in the market, but hopefully this can give you kind of an idea. Now, 221 total exalt investment. We, like I said, divide by 92 this time instead of 170. Let me exit out of that. But the main thing that's interesting that I want to point out here is item level 86 unidentified eyes are 400. I did some research. I went back on TFT to see what people were selling these in bulk for. Now, the thing is, most people don't really sell these because they're identifying these. And I do think it is more worth your time to be IDing these eyes instead of selling them. But they were selling for about 4 exalts each, 4.5 exalts each from the August 1st to August 5th, 7th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th kind of thing, for about 4.5x each, which, so yeah, it does make up the bulk of the loot. 299 total exalts of the bulk of the loot that I'm going to show. I might as well show down here. But I do still think I would identify them because even like, well, it really depends, because if Orobots are actually really nerfed next league, Watcher's Eyes on average are going to lose some value, because a lot of value from Watcher's Eyes, especially Uber Elder early, is actually to Orobots, because Orobots use a lot of the purity mods, which are totally dead at this point in the league. So it really, I would keep an eye on Orobots, because if Orobots are nerfed to the ground, that will give you kind of a good idea if you should sell these in bulk. But even if you hit like 1 mod or 2 good mods, you could be hitting massive amounts. I would identify these either way. But all of these prices, I went back. What I did was I would go to Pee-wee Ninja so basically to give you an idea of what I did for all of these bases right here. It's quite easy, and you can do this yourself if you ever want to do some research, but you can go to base types, and let's say I want to look up a bone helmet. Now the bone helmet is massive early league if you get it, which we did get one. So if I had gotten a bone helmet within however many Uber Elders I did, you can search bone helmet, go to item level 86, and then we go to Shaper, and we can click on it right here. And we can go all the way back to August 1st, and we can see it's at about 280 right here. And that's how I got these prices for each of these items. So that's all right here, the count, all that. Mark of the Elders were actually 22 chaos each at this point in the league at August 1st. And so it does make up a decent amount there. So yeah, what I wanted to show you, 221 Exalt investment here, 390 Exalt return for about 169.5 Exalts profit if you did this after week 1 in the league. Obviously, you may be IDing these, so I would think that you would probably get much higher than this since these are actually selling. You will be selling these like candy if you identify them instead of them sitting in your stash for ages at this point in the league. So yeah. But anyway, the thing about Uber Elder, it's not like Maven. You don't need exceptionally high DPS to be phasing it and have a timely manner of killing Uber Elder. A lot of builds, a lot of bossers, I mean, can kill Uber Elder in a very timely manner because of the immune phases. There's not really a whole lot of speed up that you can do in this scenario. Even though I was playing an Aura Stacker that did a lot of damage, you could easily be close to insta-phasing Uber Elder on builds on much less budget. I'm thinking possibly like a General's Cry build. Next league, it might be very strong, as well as there could be some type of trappers or miners or, seismic trap if it's not nerfed, stuff like that. Soul Rest Necromancers, like I said. But, so yeah, I think this could be very doable in 22 hours and for a rough profit of 7.7 if you did not identify the eyes, even though I think you probably should. So that puts it at 210 divided by 169.6 for a profit of about 1.2 Exalts profit per Uber Elder on average that you do. Just counting these. Oh yeah, and these other bases down here, I counted about 27 bases that would be worth around at least 10 chaos week on August 1st. This is things like I said, the spike point quiver down here. For example, the 86, because everything is 86 from here. So yeah, I do hope this helps you guys think about if you want to try out bossing, what you might be doing next league. Obviously, I would not recommend, like, if you're going to be playing Toxic Rain, like my lab runner, not my lab runner, my harvest runner next league, you're not going to be doing Uber Elder. But for those of you that do like to focus bossing, maybe this gives you an idea, because Maven is not going to be great, honestly, if totems are nerfed. So maybe Uber Elder is another option for you. If not, maybe Feared. But Feared is, of course, much harder to do than Uber Elder. But anyway, hope this helps, and I will see you next time.